Hey everybody, Liam here and welcome to another episode of MetroMania. For those who aren't aware, MetroMania is an ongoing 16 Pokémon Metronome only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion, and this season is all about Mega Evolution. If you're already a fan of MetroMania, make sure you hit like to show you're enjoying this series, just so that I know that you're enjoying it, because I want you to enjoy it. And of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. The quarterfinals are already underway and they've started off with a bang, but before we get into today's quarterfinal battles, it's time to have a look at the all-important brackets. In last week's episode of MetroMania, Sceptile just couldn't quite cut it against Rayquaza. Rayquaza, as dominant as ever, just absolutely wiped the floor with Sableye. Sableye did try and use its Magic Bounce ability to fire back some of the more indirect strategies that Rayquaza was using back at Rayquaza, but it just wasn't meant to be. Rayquaza, just too much of a powerhouse, really easily overpowered Sableye. So we say goodbye to Sableye. Now we find out who the lucky or unlucky Pokemon that gets to face Rayquaza in the semi-finals on the road to MetroMania Champion. Is it going to be Mega Audino or is it going to be Mega Sceptile? Let's find out who is going to win. And here we go, Mega Audino versus Mega Sceptile. These Pokemon are fighting for a death wish. They're fighting for a date with Mega Rayquaza in the semi-finals. And doesn't it just suck to be on this side of the brackets right now? One of these Pokemon is going to be in the fight of their life, but they've got to get through each other first. Regular Sceptile starting off with a decent cross chop there on regular Audino, and here's Shiny Sceptile firing off a powder. So any fire type moves used by regular Audino are going to combust, basically. Here's Shiny Audino. What will it do to start things off? Goes for Bubble Beam. That's going to be 4 times resisted by the Water and Dragon type Sceptile. If you're going to take down Sceptile, Ice-type moves are really the way to go. Although, of course, you know, Fairy and Dragon also work just as effectively. There's the Aromatherapy, which is going to fail. Nobody's got a status condition. Audino doesn't have to worry too much about status conditions because of its healer ability. That has a 30% chance of healing a status condition of its partner on any given turn. Here is Swift doing a little tiny bit of chip damage to each of the Audino there from regular Sceptile, as Shiny Sceptile follows straight up with Aromatic Mist, which is going to benefit the regular Mega Sceptile there, increasing its special defense. That's a very good play there by the Sceptile team. And here comes Audino with a Gust, which is going to be super effective. Flying type moves are super effective on Shiny Sceptile, so it does a decent amount of damage there. And here comes the Shiny Audino to follow up, and it's going to go for a Mud Shot, which won't be effective on Sceptile, but it does have the bonus of lowering the speed stat of that Sceptile by 1 stage. How will that change the outcome of the battle? Well, it's going to change, it's going to guarantee that Shiny Sceptile moves first and gets to go for Inferno on that Shiny Audino. Great amount of damage there, but gets the burn as well. My word, that was a great play by Shiny Sceptile, and regular Mega Sceptile still is faster than the two. Audino goes for Barrier, going to increase that defense as well. It's now got increased special defense and increased defense by 1 stage and 2 stages respectively. And here comes regular Audino going for Rain Dance, so it's going to bring the rain, increase the power of water type moves, guarantee that Thunder will hit, although you can't use Thunder in here because of the Lightning Rod. Electric type moves are not on the menu today for the because of the Sceptile team's ability. Here's Shiny Audino, who's going to go for Petal Blizzard, which is 4 times resisted by the two Sceptile, but it does do a little bit of damage there to the regular Audino, as Shiny Audino continues to be hurt by the burn there, which, you know, it's probably hoping for the healer ability to come into play. Here's Shiny Sceptile. What's it going to do? It's going to go for Leer and lower the defense of both the Audino there, which is not something the Audino team wants. If anything, the Audino team needs to work on their bulk, because that's their bread and butter, really, rather than their offense. If they can stall and outlast these Pokemon, that's the benefit that the Audino team has. Here is a Shadow Force, which isn't going to hit Audino on the next turn, so it gives Audino kind of a free turn of no damage. Psycho Shift is avoided by the Sceptile that has vanished. What will the regular Audino do to follow up on its partner's blunder there? It's going to go for Mud Bomb, which is avoided because it also targeted the regular Sceptile. The Shiny Audino is taking burn damage once again, still suffering. Shiny Sceptile is going to start off the next turn. What's it got in store here? Going to go for Tearful Look. It's going to do the little puppy dog eyes at that regular Audino there and drop that attack and drop that special attack. poor Audino is not going to do particularly well here. Although there's the Shadow Force missing because Audino is immune to Ghost-type moves. Here's a Drill Peck, though. That'll be super effective from Shiny Audino on Shiny Sceptile, but it just does pathetic damage because Audino's attack stat is garbage. Here comes the regular Audino, who goes for Discharge, which is going to power up the special attack of both Sceptile and not harm them. And it's going to damage its partner, which is not a good look for the Audino team. That's bad. So there's Shiny Audino taking damage. The healer ability, though, does come into play and heals the burn on that Shiny Audino. So every cloud has a silver lining, I guess. Here's regular Sceptile with that increased special attack. Goes for Iron Defense. Going to increase its defense stat as well. These Sceptile are really being smart here. They're really playing against the detriment of the Audino team. Regular Sceptile is going to go for Acid Armor and increase its defense even more. Physical attacks are nothing to these Sceptile at this point. That is incredible. Here comes Shiny Audino, though. Special attacks only, please. That's the only chance you've got. Goes for Rain Dance. Rain's still in play, so it fails. This is terrible for Audino. This has been so bad so far. Extreme Speed. Physical attack isn't going to do much at all. Does bring Shiny Sceptile to less than half its max HP, but it's just not good enough right now. What is Shiny Sceptile going to do here? Going to go for Revelation Dance, which I believe is going to be Grass-type Revelation Dance. So it will hit. Oh, my word. Takes down Shiny Audino. My goodness. So the Dragon-type one wouldn't have affected it. So if it was primary Dragon-type, that Revelation Dance wouldn't have worked. Here's a Stab Wood Hammer as well. Oh, my word. Annihilating regular Audino. It's down to 4 hit points. There is recoil damage, but it's laughable at this point. Audino is going to go for Spore, which doesn't affect Grass type. This is poor Audino. The rain has gone. Everyone can see clearly now. Oh, my word. What are these Sceptile going to do to this poor sitting duck of an Audino? Spiderweb, so it can't escape. It can't escape anyway, but they're just toying with it at this point. Put it out of its misery. Let's go to round 2. Come on. Be sportsmanlike. Here's Uproar. That's going to knock out Audino. Poor Audino could not get out of the gate in this particular round. My word. Let's hope it does better in the next round. Although it's going to be good at stalling, I guess. So that's the best thing you can go for, is just stall out. You know, protect yourself and slowly but surely wear down the Sceptile. That's the best bet you can go for, really. Here comes regular Sceptile starting off proceedings with Mega Horn, which is going to be resisted by the Fairy types because they resist Bug-type moves, so not that effective, but still did a decent amount of chip damage. Here comes the Shiny Sceptile. What will that do here? Going to go for Draco Meteor. Does not affect the Fairy type Audino, so that's a testament to the type change that Audino undergoes during its Mega Evolution. Substitute from regular Audino. Then that's a smart play on a bulky Pokemon. Put the Substitute up, limit the amount of damage that Sceptile can actually deal to you. Sacred Fire comes out, which is neutral from the Shiny Audino for a decent amount of damage and a burn, halving the attack stat of that Shiny Sceptile. That's a great play right there. So a good, strong start from the Audino team. A far cry from what they were doing in the first round. They've really got their heads together this time. Here comes Liquidation from the Shiny Sceptile there. Tiny bit of damage there because, of course, it's not. It's a physical move, which means that it's reduced in its damage is reduced, I should say, by the burn. There's the Lightning Rod coming into play on the Shiny Sceptile, increasing its special attack thanks to that Thunderbolt attempt by the regular Sceptile. Shiny Audino is ready to go on the offensive, and it's going to go for Roost and restore its hit points. Even though it's not really taken much damage, I guess, you know, Roost is not too bad, though. That's more about the stalling that we were talking about that they need to do. Here comes regular Audino out from behind the Substitute, and it's going to go for Vacuum Wave, which won't do much damage, but it's still a decent bit of special damage there. Onto that regular Sceptile. There's the burn chipping away at the Shiny Sceptile. So it's been a very good play so far from the Audino team. They're really on the ball here. Of course, Shiny Sceptile, with its limited amount of time on the field now, goes for Blizzard. And here it's going to be avoided by the Audino with the Substitute. And the Shiny Audino takes the damage, doesn't get frozen though, and that Substitute has not taken any damage so far. Here is Clamp from the regular Sceptile onto that Substitute though. Takes the damage. Is it enough? It's not enough to break the Substitute, so Audino can pop out from behind it, go in quick with the Metronome, get ready for that attack. What's it going to do here? It's going to go for High Jump Kick, so its physical attack stat isn't that strong, but it's a pretty strong physical move, is High Jump Kick. Great amount of damage there from an Audino onto that regular Mega Sceptile. And here comes the Shiny Audino going for Rock Slide. It is going to hit both the Sceptile there for a bit of chip damage, bringing them both down to less than half their max HP. There's that burn, dealing even more damage. The Audino team have really turned this battle around. This is incredible. What are they going to do here? Shiny Sceptile going for Sweet Kiss. It is going to land on the Shiny Audino there, and it is going to confuse it, so that could be a detriment to the Audino team now. That could be what scuppers their strategy going forward. Here's the regular Sceptile, though, who is going to go for Spite, which is going to reduce the amount of times that this Audino can use Metronome, which is not good. Reduces it by 4. Here comes that Audino getting ready to use Metronome. Does ignore the confusion there. What will it do? What's it got on its mind? Going to go for Psych Up. So it's going to copy the stat changes of the Shiny Sceptile, which means its special attack has increased, which is great for Audino. That's very handy. Allow it to increase its offensive prowess. Dragon Tail, which is super effective, coming out from the regular Audino onto the regular Sceptile there, bringing it down into the danger zone. So this is great. This is the side of Audino we needed to see if it was going to take down Sceptile. So it is looking like Audino could well even up this match, but there's still time for Sceptile to turn it around. Sacred Fire coming out from the Shiny Sceptile onto that substitute. Is it enough to fade it? No, it still doesn't take down the substitute. This is incredible. So here comes regular Sceptile, who's going for Electrify. That is an electric type move. It is going to increase the special attack once again of that Shiny Sceptile. My word. Audino has ignored the confusion now. It's going for the Metronome. What move will it use here? It's going to go for Circle Throw. Again, not going to do a lot of damage, but damage enough to that Burn Sceptile, who is going to take burn damage at the end of this turn, and probably only has about 3 turns left in it at best. And Volt Tackle is going to come out, and that's a shame because that's going to increase the special attack of that regular Sceptile there. There's the burn damage, bringing Shiny Sceptile into the danger zone. Bit of a wasted turn by regular Audino, but it's still up behind that substitute. And really, that substitute getting taken out, there's a refresh. Oh, the burn! Oh my goodness! So this Shiny Sceptile has removed its burn. I was about to say how it's not going to last much longer with that burn to take down the substitute. This is great for the Sceptile team. Here's a Mist Ball, though, onto Shiny Audino from the regular Sceptile. Drops its special attack as well, so it's no longer got the boost that it stole from the Shiny Sceptile. It is going to fire off a Double Edge, though, which is Stab as well. Takes down Shiny Sceptile, so even without the burn, it's not going to last much longer on the field. Wow, that's a great play by Shiny Audino, and here comes regular Audino. What will it do here now? It's going to go for Wild Charge, which again is going to increase the special attack of Sceptile. This is the opportunity Sceptile needs, with its special attack increased by 2 stages so far, I believe, if you're keeping count. Feel free to correct me. You guys love correcting me. You all got big complexes. Here's a Drill Run, though, which surely at this point should break that substitute. It's taken so much damage. The substitute does indeed fade. Audino is now available to take damage, but it's been so long. Can Sceptile survive? Here's a Power Gem from Audino onto that Sceptile, and it does take it down. This is now even Stevens. Sceptile and Audino with everything to play for here. We go into round 3 of this MetroMania battle. This is our quarter-final 2, and oh my goodness, it could go either way. Both teams have proven that they can take the other out with the right situations. Here's the Darkest Lariat, which will be resisted by Audino, so not that effective, but still does a little bit of chip damage there from regular Sceptile. Shiny Sceptile following up on its ally's move with Sand Tomb, which will deal some damage, a little bit of chip damage to Shiny Audino, and damage it at the end of each turn as well for the foreseeable future, which if you're Audino, you do not want happening. Here's a Throat Chop, though, from Audino onto regular Sceptile for a great amount of damage there for a physical attack from an Audino. And Shiny Audino is going to go for Flame Burst, which will do neutral damage. Wow, decent amount of neutral damage to that regular Sceptile, and of course a little tiny bit of damage to the Shiny Sceptile as a bit of collateral as well. There's the Sand Tomb damage as well. What will the Sceptile do here? They've got to be worried about Audino getting powered up or getting some kind of substitute. Goes for Torment, which is a great play there to have in these Metronome battles. Now Audino can use Metronome this turn, but not next turn. It will have to struggle on the next turn, and then it can use Metronome again. Here comes a Soak from regular Sceptile into regular Audino. So bear in mind, regular Audino is now a water type for the rest of this battle. But because Sceptile is only... Oh, here's Superpower, though. Let's just take a moment from Shiny Audino onto regular Sceptile. Great damage there, but does drop the attack and defense of Shiny Audino. Audino is now technically only weak to Grass because electric-type moves will not hit in this battle because of Lightning Rod. And there is now a Stab Clamp. Didn't do a lot of damage, but a Stab Clamp from Audino, and that is going to do clamp damage at the end of each turn to this regular Sceptile, who is now in the danger zone already in this battle. This is incredible. There's the Sand Tomb damage from onto Shiny Audino. Here comes Shiny Sceptile. It's got to be worried about its partner right now, who won't survive much longer because of the clamp. Goes for False Swipe. Not going to do much damage at all with that. This could well be the last move we see regular Sceptile do if it doesn't heal itself. Goes for Future Sight. Interesting play there on that regular Audino. Shiny Audino can't use Metronome this turn because of the Torment. Use a Struggle, but takes 25% recoil damage. So this could go either way still. We could be down to one Audino, one Sceptile. Trick or Treat, though, coming out from Audino onto regular Sceptile, although I don't think regular Sceptile is going to be long enough for that to be effective. There's the clamp damage. Will Sceptile survive? It doesn't. Down goes regular Sceptile, and now it's all up to Shiny Sceptile to try and win this for its team. It's not impossible, because Shiny Audino isn't much longer for this world either with that Sand Tomb damage, although the Sand Tomb will wear off soon enough. But if that Sceptile can damage the Shiny Audino enough, it can take it out of contention. Toxic Thread comes out from that Sceptile, which is going to lower the attack stat, I believe. No, the speed stat, sorry, and poison the regular Audino. So regular Audino is going to take poison damage at the end of each turn, which means that this Sceptile could pull it out the bag. Here's a super effective Outrage, though, from Shiny Audino. That's massive damage there. That is not good for Sceptile. It needs to take out this Shiny Audino. Regular Audino is going to go for Embargo, which is a wasted turn. This is the opportunity that Mega Sceptile needs to turn this battle around. If it's going to take out these Audino, it needs to attack the Shiny Audino and hope that the Sand Tomb damage puts it in danger, which it's going to, surely. Yep, there it is, in the red, Shiny Audino. So if I was Sceptile right now, my priority would be taking out the Audino that is using Outrage, surely. Goes for Hex onto the Water type. You know it's going on the Water type because it's effective, which it would have been immune otherwise if it was the Shiny Audino. There's more Outrage damage onto Shiny Sceptile, and Shiny Sceptile is in danger. The Outrage has ended. The Shiny Audino is confused, so there is still an opportunity for Sceptile, but is it going to be able to use it? Here's a Sonic Boom from Audino. It takes out Sceptile, and Audino is going to the semi-finals to face Rayquaza. That is amazing. Well done to the Audino team. After a rocky start, they managed to pull it out of the bag. Well done, Audino. You're one step closer. I think it's safe to say that substitute in the second round really saved Audino's ass. Audino managed to claw back that equalizer, but it definitely has to have been because of that substitute. Stopping Sceptile from dealing any damage to that Audino for such a considerable amount of time really saved Audino's bacon in the second round. And then I think by the third round, Sceptile was just a bit shaken up from the second round loss, and I just think it couldn't quite get it together. Not without opportunity, though, because Audino triggered the Lightning Rod ability of Sceptile so many times throughout these battles that if Sceptile had just busted out a few more special attacks, especially super effective ones like Flash Cannon or something, it would have easily taken Audino down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Audino claws back the victory, moves on to the semi-finals to face the big boy Rayquaza. Good luck, Audino, because you're really going to need it, mate. Like, it's Rayquaza. And of course, next week, we're going to find out who moves on to the second semi-final. Is it going to be Mega Steelix, or is it going to be Mega Charizard X? You are not going to want to miss that one. And of course, that's where I'm going to leave this episode of MetroMania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely, lovely people down here do, pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/AceTrinillion. And for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrinillion. But until next time, I'm Ace Trinillion. Keep on training.